A buzzer beater for the ages. Hi everybody, I'm Bruce Beck along with the head coach of the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers, Steve Pikiell. Welcome to another edition of Knightlife. Let's get right to it. Dylan Harper, a three-pointer at the buzzer to beat Seton Hall on your home floor. Does it get much better than that?
Huge rivalry game, first and foremost. How about our 70th sellout? Place was rocking, and what better way to end the game? We want to keep people there till the very end. That's one of my goals, and that certainly did that. But big time shot. Great game. Seton Hall played well. Rivalry. Skirmishes on the court. All that kind of stuff. So all the drama, and came out the winner at the end in just a spectacular game.
Does he make that shot at practice too, by the way?
I tell you what, he makes a lot of shots at practice. Can score in just multiple ways. And what I just loved about it was the calmness. When he got the ball, you'd think we had an hour, left in the game, and just came up the court and said it felt good and it looked good. And I was right next to him. Some
people, when you talk about calmness, compare him to Walt Clyde Frazier. What about that analogy?
People remember that name, like you and I do, and the greatness.
Before he became a rhymer.
It's exactly. But he plays at his own pace, and he's really young, and excited for him. He can do a lot of different things. Elite passer, great family. All those good things, but when they compare him to those guys, that's a pretty good compliment, even for us older guys. We know what that means.
And he was named NCAA's March Madness Player of the Week and Big Ten Freshman of the Week. He's averaging 23.5 points per game, Steve. What else do you expect from him?
I tell you what, he sees different defenses too every game, so he's learning through film, and he's learning. I've said this all along, both he and Ace Bailey, best basketball's ahead of him too. How scary is that?
When you think of Ace, and you've got the ace up your sleeve or an ace in the hole, he had the double-double against Penn State in your victory. Against Seton Hall, he really was the story in the first half, kept you in the ball game, shooting 7 for 9 for 15 points. What about Ace's development?
He continues to get better too. Another wonderful kid. Plays every position on the floor. So we're moving him around. He's a hard guy to guard. He did carry us in the first half. I mean, he was so good, made some incredible shots. Continues to rebound at a high level, which I think is really important. But his versatility is just exciting, and the future is real bright for him.
How about that win against Penn State, your first in the conference this year? That was a grinder, Coach.
It certainly was. Again, our home crowd was awesome. They came out. Our students were great. Penn State's one of the leading scoring teams in the country, and we held them, 14 points under their average, so our defense getting better in that. But we played with great energy, and our bench was spectacular that day. So, we need everybody all the time. You never know what it's going to take. This league has so many challenges. Our non-conference schedule is so challenging, but exciting things happening for us as we continue to get better.
Logan Somerville is another freshman that, if we weren't talking about Harper and Bailey, he would certainly be the best freshman in almost any team. What about the big man, his ability to score for you and do other things? He's a pretty good passer.
I tell you what, he was spectacular against Penn State. The other players get the headlines. His defense was an A+, and he's improved in that area so much. He's lost 35 pounds, as you know how hard that is to do. Is in great shape, and every day he continues to evolve as a basketball player with a great approach. So, real pleased with his production. Our 5-spot production has been awesome, and he's a big part of that.
Let's get to a Pikiell quote. We are growing. I hear that a lot. You're talking about going up against different styles, different teams that present difficulties, challenges. How do you continue to grow, Steve?
Yeah, that's a big part of this. We're getting ready to play Princeton here, and Princeton plays like Wisconsin, so very different style than the Michigan States and some of the other teams. These guys are learning from film. You got to go through it. It's a newly assembled team, but you got to grow, and our non-conference schedule threw a lot at us. On the road, top, 5 basketball teams. Now we got Princeton, at a neutral site. So hoping that bodes well for us in conference play with all the different styles, and you know what the conference looks like. It's just unbelievable, the obstacles.
I love the fact that you're playing Princeton, 11 years of a hiatus. You're back now for the second straight year, and you've talked a lot about renewing Jersey rivalries. How important is that?
You know, we've played everybody, so, you know, everyone has the answers for non-conference schedule. It's hard to schedule. First of all, the other team's got to agree to it. You have to have an open date. You have to have play away, play home, you know, kind of on your slate. So there's so many challenges that go into it. You just don't make a phone call and it works. But we have now played every team in New Jersey, and I'm proud of that. Obviously, Princeton's very good. Seton Hall every year. You know, we've played Rider. We've played Monmouth this year. First time we had played Monmouth, and I want to keep them on the schedule. So, you know, very important for me to do that, and we'll continue to play those teams. I think it's great for New Jersey basketball.
Is former Tiger Zach Martini giving you any trade secrets on his old school, Princeton?
Zach has been awesome, first and foremost, and obviously has a good feel, you know, for Princeton, but he also knows the challenges that lie with this game, and he really respects his teammates from last year and the teammates that he's played with. But he'll be good for us too in this game, and he's been great with preparation.
The schedule, as you said, is crazy. It's a gauntlet. Early in January at home, you play Wisconsin, Purdue, and UCLA at Jersey Mike's Arena. What does it mean to you to have the Riot Squad and to have your fans just giving you the support you've got?
I mean, our winning percentage through the last 5 years, directly, the students, the fans, the season ticket holders, make it the toughest place in the country to play. And we need them to be great in those games. Obviously, our schedule just gets harder and harder with great teams, year in and year out, teams that are in the NCAA. Purdue played in the national championship game. UCLA, storied program. So people get to see great basketball, and I'm proud they get to see Jersey Mike's, and some for the first time are really amazed at the level of excitement, enthusiasm in that gym.
I love the fact you're playing at the Garden, Michigan State, January 25th. What does it mean to be back in the Mecca?
It's awesome. It's awesome for Rutgers Nation too. The last time we played there, the place was rocking against Michigan State, and we're hoping to sell the place out to make it scarlet and play in the world's most famous arena.
So what is your message to Rutgers Nation? You've got this young ball club, still growing, still maturing. What do you want them to know about this team and where you're headed in 2025?
Tell you, it's an exciting team. So you know, you don't always know the results, but we're exciting to watch. They are a great group of veteran guys with young guys. They're exciting and fun to watch. As we keep growing here, well, the sky's the limit.
Steve Pikiell in his 9th year in the Banks. We could talk for a lot longer, but we don't have enough time. Pikes, good luck to you, and congratulations on the early start and continued success.
Thank you so much, and happy holidays.
He's in his 9th year on the Banks. He is the guy, as far as a head coach at Rutgers, who's won more games against ranked opponents than any other coach. I'm Bruce Beck. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Knightlife.